Welcome, everyone, to Hanging Out with Howie. Tonight, we're going to talk, as Brian said, trains, planes, automobiles, food, everything, all things Atlantic City and Expo. And we have a very special announcement tonight. And Jimmy, do you have a graphic ready to share with us?
Yeah, see, on the other computer.
Okay, I will share it then.
There you go.
And this will be the first showing of this.
Uh-oh.
And look at the beautiful graphic Jimmy made here. And look in the red. Pioneer is going to sponsor the event, and they will be the first 100 business cards that go into the bucket or whatever we have box will get a free drink ticket.
We qualify?
And anyone else, if you have a business card, of course. Now, also,
and a hat.
besides a free drink, you're going to get a chance to win a pair of Pioneer headphones and some other swag. And there will be some more stuff in the next 2 weeks. We'll be adding to that. So, and to let you guys know where we're going to be at, I don't think too many people have seen this on the video, but this is what the inside of Beret looks like. And there's our stage, a 20 by 20 stage.
Oh, nice.
So let's get to the trains, planes, and automobiles. Let me welcome everyone first, though. We have Eric Wilson with us from Good Guy Productions.
Who doesn't have a hat?
Jimmy Spin, our awesome graphics artist and one heck of a DJ. And I know I've heard him. And of course, from Maryland and Carlisle Entertainment, Bill Marsh is here. And we have John C. from Boston here with us, all around good guy and awesome DJ. I've heard him many times. And my partner in crime and good friend, Brian S. Fred. And the jokester in the bunch from beautiful Temecula, California, Mr. Jay Brannon. Welcome, guys. So, Brian, trains, planes, and automobiles. Hey, how do we get there?
Well, it depends on how you try to get there. There is like this thing where if you're coming from Detroit, there's a direct flight on Spirit Airlines to Atlantic City. There's that. But anybody who's not from Detroit and can do this. And I believe it's a rather expensive fare anyway, so most people wouldn't do this anyway. Probably the path of least resistance, if you're from somewhere other than the East Coast, would be to fly into Philadelphia International Airport. From there, you get on the subway, which isn't really submersed. It's just a train, but it's their local transportation. You take that to the 30th Street station in Philly, which is in a neighborhood where you want to stay inside of the 30th Street station, by the way, because you need to catch an Amtrak train from there to Atlantic City, which is probably, I don't know, what is it, Jay, an hour 15?
About, yeah, I was going to say between hour 15, hour 30. Somewhere like that. I think they claim it's 90, but I've done it in less.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I have too. So once you get to Atlantic City, you end up at the train station, in which case you need to get into a cab or some kind of transportation to take you to the Hard Rock Casino where the show is. Hence, planes, trains, and automobiles.
It really is.
I would only add, in the case of my travels, what I've found is when you arrive, you get in at the convention center. If you head across the street next to the Sheraton, Tun Tavern has a fine assortment of beverages because you're probably parched. There's no food or drink service on the train, and you should probably get some hydration in you.
I will say this: if you go to the 30th Street station, there's a place in there called Gator Gumbo. It's pretty good. Yeah. If you like really spicy food, it's good. So.
Excellent. There is one alternative for those watching this live or on the replay, which will be up later this week, that if you have a large enough group that is coming in to Philly Airport, you can take what's called a jitney, and they seat about 20, and you can get a good deal. They'll pick you up and drive you right to the hotel. And we got to hook up with our friend Peter, the hubcap dude.
Yep.
So
Let me just tell you guys, there's nothing more fun than hanging out at the Philadelphia International Airport waiting for everyone else to fly in for several hours. I would have no idea what that's
That
all
sounds
about.
enjoyable.
Again, if I could just for a moment, what I've done in the past is if you go to the Marriott, it's called the Riverwalk Bar. It's right there on the first floor. These can all be checked by simply going to Google and seeing. I'm absolutely telling the truth. You can hang out there for a couple hours of a little drinky drink while you wait for someone from Canada, then take SEPTA to 30th, as Brian said, and then
Sure.
boom.
That's also an option.
that's why you're a stuntman for John Wick, because you're well hydrated, right?
I've got to be well hydrated. But
Important thing.
and I love taking the train out of AC. I'm getting a ride this year, but I, for like 15 straight years, took the train and love it. You go through the best and worst parts of everything from downtown Philly to Absecon and Cherry Hill, and it's a nice ride. It really is.
But you
But
left something out. You're not going to find anybody coming from Canada to catch a ride with.
Not
No, this year,
Not this
no
year,
Canadians.
unfortunately.
They're on lockdown.
outlawed.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will warn you, if you are watching this and you're new to the show, do yourself a big favor. Figure out when you're getting back. Because if you have a flight before 10 a.m., you're probably going to be on the 4:45 train out of Atlantic City to 30th, because it only runs every 2 hours. So if you take the 6:45 and you get into to Philly at 8:45, and then take the second train, you're getting there at like 9:15 on a 10 o'clock flight. So you end up taking the 4:45 train to get into 30th. And if you take an Uber, last 2019 was the last show, I believe Ubers are about $175.
I just heard a bunch of numbers.
Wow, that's amazing.
I want to know the number of hours you sleep then if you're getting a 4:45 jitney or whatever.
Thursday night is a late night. I have been known to not.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have a great group here. We have veterans of the conventions, and we also mentioned that we were going to have some of the vendors there. Now, of course, we know Jay has been a vendor there for, well, since the late 30s, I believe.
Yeah, that's when I started.
And Eric, you have been there many times as a vendor. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
So, you know, we started by going just to the convention. We were just like all the people who are listening tonight. We went there to attend, to look around, and we kind of got immersed in it. We really enjoyed the whole experience. The vendors, amazingly enough, it's a really small group of people. You'll be very surprised that if you go to multiple conventions, the same people you see all the time, and it really becomes this umbrella of friendship. So we were fortunate to hook up with Canal Sound and Light out of New York City. And I got to be buds with Jeffrey Kwan, who is the owner. And that's a family-owned business.
Great guy.
Yeah. And
really
so,
nice guy.
matter of fact, Gabe even called me today. He's like, we're going down for just a couple of days. Do you want to bunk together? So we become friends enough that, you know, we're going to room together on this trip. So we started out one year, we did X-Laser. Next year, we got picked up by Chauvet. And then the next 5 years, we've been with ADJ. So, yeah, I have seen both sides of the spectrum on this. And I've got a unique perspective on that where, you know, the first few times I went there, that's Jay Brandon. Oh, my God, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, that's Jay Brandon. He's awesome. Yeah. But, you know, that's just Jay.
He's kind of a big deal, is what I heard. I don't know. Yeah. So
yeah, we've been on both sides of it, and we've experienced both sides, and it's a great experience no matter how you come into it. And I'm really, really looking forward to my first convention in about 20 months coming up next week.
Excellent. So you did mention about making friendships and rooming. Now, Bill, John, Jimmy, you guys have done that where you get to meet someone. Hey, it kind of cuts the costs if you can share rooms when you're traveling like that.
Yep, I'm bringing my roadie.
Oh, excellent.
Rotary and fellow DJ also. All right.
Very
you
nice.
guys all get a chance to, well, Howie, you've worked with them already.
Greg's a very nice
you guys
guy.
will get a chance to meet Greg, who is a first responder also. And overall, really nice guy.
Now, we have John here. We met out in Vegas when we did the show out there. What was it now? 18 months almost ago or something like that.
Yeah. It was nice seeing you all out there, and I met a good amount of you. And for the ones I haven't seen out there, I'll hopefully catch up and meet you in Atlantic City.
Well, I knew he was there. I knew he was there because my spidey sense was tingling.
John, did you know any of these guys before you went to the show? Why did you go to the show?
Only from watching the YouTube, the DJNTV episodes.
Okay.
And just putting the faces to the people when I got down there. It's like, oh, that's so-and-so. And it was a great time. And looking forward to this one, too. It should be awesome.
It was interesting. When I met him, I did the lighting for the Brunswick Room, and they had a Monday night, social dance party type thing. And he came up to me, and he's looking at the booth, which we had covered with a black cloth. And he saw me with the iPad, and he's looking at the lights, and he goes, are you controlling the lights with that? Yeah. So we started talking, and we had quite a conversation. He's like, hey, okay, they went up, to the bar area. And so I'm just hanging out, talking to a few other people. A few minutes later, I go up, and I see him talking to Jay. So I walk up, and Jay goes, hey, I want you to meet my new best friend. He's from Boston. I'll die for him. And I was like, yes, we've already met. Thank you. But I mean, this is the magic of, hey, just hanging out.
Yep. It's from here, always from here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, Bill, come on. You're a food guy. Always with that. We did promise we would tell them some things about food. Let you start off with the food.
Well, I'll chime in and agree with Jay. Ton Tavern is definitely a worthwhile stop. And if you didn't get enough there, or if you want to just try something a little bit different, right around the corner, behind the Sheraton, on just half a block away, is Wingcraft Kitchen. That's an excellent place to catch a meal one night while you're there, or one afternoon if you want lunch. Something tells me this year's convention is going to allow for more lunches, like more organized lunches. So that's a good stop. Jay and I both have talked about Los Amigos up on the top end of the outlet area. There's other places in that same vicinity. But right around where we're going to be at, aside from just the in-house restaurants, which one's worth mentioning, of course, being Lighthouse Subs, and we're going to be in the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So, shocker, there is a place there called the Hard Rock Cafe. But near there's also the Land Shark, and right around the corner from that, on the way to Beret, in fact, is Kelsey and Kim's Southern Cafe, once featured on Guy Fieri's show, Triple D. Also featured on Guy Fieri's Triple D is the place we talked about with Pete the Hubcap Man for breakfast one morning, the Gilchrist, which is up on the north side of town, near the inlet. And down on the south side of town, one of my favorites to go to ever since going the first time is Vagabond Tap House or something like that. Very good food there and good deals, both happy hour and late night. And then if you want a little bit of Boston, you can go up to the Ocean Club Hotel and go see Wahlburgers.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, who needs the yellow pages when you have a friend like Bill?
No, right?
I mean,
Certainly won't starve.
He's a foodie.
Slow down, would you?
And the greatest funnel cakes in Atlantic City are right outside the door walk straight across the boardwalk from the casino, and you'll see funnel cakes, pizza, and I think steak and cheese subs.
Remember,
Right.
Jay, do you remember our Korean lady who had the food trailers and made those bomb subs?
I do, because I remember being out there at 3:00 in the morning with
Stay open for us.
our dearly departed friend,
Yes.
and he and I got a cheesesteak because we had been drinking a little more than we should have. And
Can't believe that.
I know. And we just stood leaning on the railing, eating it like it was the greatest food we'd ever had.
I would see her every year. She had 3 trailers. Every trailer.
Right at the entrance of, is that Steel Pier or is that Steel Pier?
I don't know if she's still there or not. We haven't been on the boardwalk for a very long time. But I've been to Gino's, I've been to Pat's, I've been to White House. For all these cheesesteaks they keep talking about that they're the best, everybody has the best. This lady by far had the best.
Oh, yeah.
She had great ones.
They were delicious.
They were delicious. Yeah, they
She would
absolutely
stay
were.
open for us. She goes, what time are you guys going to be done with your thing tomorrow? I was like, well, it gets out at 1. Well, I usually close at 12, but I'll stay open for you.
Yeah.
And we go, oh, there you are. And she'd say to her kitchen person, hey, make them whatever they want. And she was so nice.
She was super cool with us. Because things do close.
Yeah.
Like, as I've famously found year after year. Yeah, exactly, Eric. It's, you hit that 3 to 4 a.m. There's like 1, maybe 2 joints, and you're walking. You're going halfway down the boardwalk to find it. You have to get down to the other pier that has, the couple rides on it that's further down.
Never been down that far.
Oh, I have. Like, that like 3:30 in the morning, and you're so desperate for a slice of pizza.
Maybe Jimmy and I walk down there.
But you know where you can actually eat 24 hours a day is Piccadilly Pub across from Irish Pub. Like literally, if you come out the front door and you look, and there's this best wings in Atlantic City sign, and they do have very good wings. It's just a dive bar, but they do have good wings.
But there's also the go to White House and get the big, huge one.
Oh, yeah.
And cut it up and put it in your refrigerator, man.
100%.
So you always got to stand
tomorrow.
100%. Well, and, if you want Chinese on Atlantic, right outside of the hotel, maybe 3 blocks down, you've got Hong Kong. Go 3 more blocks, you get Atlantic City Bar and Grill. Great Americana seafood. I mean, there's no shortage of good grub in Atlantic City. I'm just a fan of hitting the boardwalk and grabbing a slice and being happy.
Jimmy Reed's here. What's up, Jimmy? Speaking of food in Atlantic City, Jimmy, where did you and Daniel take me that one time? Where did you guys take me for dinner?
Hi, Jimmy.
Hello. We went to this soul food restaurant, and they had the best macaroni and cheese ever. Next to mine, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
In Atlantic City?
Yeah, it was really good.
Do they have greens and everything? Like legit?
It's legit.
Collards. It ain't greens. There's collards.
Greens and sweet potatoes.
So, do you remember what I ordered and it freaked you guys out?
You had the pork chops.
No, I did not. I had the beef liver and onions.
I love it.
Yeah, you sure did.
If it's done right, yeah.
When it's done right, it's delicious.
Like, really? I'm like, yeah.
No, you want to freak people out? Order chitlins. You ever had chitlins, Brian?
Well, I didn't mess with that.
Fried or boiled.
Chitlins are one of those things that are either amazing or never again.
I did the liver because, and I asked her specifically, do you have liver gravy? And she says, yes. I'm like, oh, I'm in. Because the liver gravy is amazing too. And they put it on the mashed potatoes.
Yep.
That was delicious.
Yeah.
They were looking at me like, what are you doing, man?
The next time you get it, Brian, ask them to put a little bacon on it. Because let me tell you, liver with bacon and onions.
Oh, I bet.
It's next level.
Yeah.
They got banana pudding at this place? Because I love a good banana pudding.
It was good though. It's worth the trip. It was really nice.
Damn, I'm hungry.
That's
All right, so that's the show. I'm going to go. I got to go.
Gotta go eat now, right?
Peace out.
When I mentioned Kelsey and Kim's, that is the sister restaurant to Kelsey's, which is where you all are talking about. Kelsey's is on Atlantic. Kelsey and Kim's is on one of the side streets.
Ah, okay.
There we go. All right. Hey, what are you most looking forward to doing in Atlantic City?
Seeing you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And meeting new friends, and JC, who's going to be there for the first time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Coming up from Mexico City.
Oh, yeah.
All the way from Mexico City. We've been talking to this guy since this pandemic broke out, and he's a dear friend, and I'm looking forward to giving him a big old man hug and kicking it with him for the week.
You went to that man hug thing pretty fast, didn't you?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you heard yourself.
Don't worry,
say that,
Jay. I
but-
got one for you too, baby.
All right, good. All right.
There's going to be a lot of that. It's almost 18 months, and for some of us, 2 years since we've seen some other people.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since Atlantic City, man.
Well, yeah, 2 years since I've seen Eric, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, the last one that I was at was NAM, and then it shut down right after NAM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
Jimmy, is Bob coming?
Crazy.
Is Bobo coming? Wells.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I know I already got the week off from no gigs and any consulting, and so I'm planning to be there.
Hanging out with us.
Is B Love coming?
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
awesome.
This is awesome.
Nice.
I will
Nice.
I
finally
haven't seen her in a couple of years.
Yay. Excellent.
Very,
So,
very cool.
hey, I heard that there's some kind of bar takeover going on. Does anybody know anything about that?
No,
I got nothing.
I
haven't heard
I'm
anything.
hearing it.
John was mentioning a place called Bora,
Beret or something?
Beret?
Right?
Hey,
Like the hat.
like the hat.
Oh.
yeah.
Side
Raspberry
note.
beret.
Side note. I feel terrible, but I have to actually call like 3 people who are like, "Dude, I can't believe you didn't let me know. That's one of my favorite bands. You opened for John Caffrey and the Beaver Brown," and I'm like, "Oh, and I don't know if I stick with. Well, they're friends from Boston. Maybe I just stick with like, yeah, I did, because
That
how
was a
are
long
they going to
time
find out?
That was a long time ago.
But it was 2 weeks ago. Even cousin Lisa was like, "Did I miss something?" I'm like, I had to cop to her. I'd be like, "What happened?"
Yeah, this is, you see, on my screen, up in the corner, wearing a beret, our graphics magician, Jimmy Spin, he took the poster and then superimposed featuring DJ Jay Brannon over this thing. And it went, I haven't seen a reaction like that since that fake thing when you said that we, virtual DJ
Was
was
getting
April
bought
Fool.
out.
Bought out by Serato.
Yeah, we pulled a big what was
Yeah.
it?
Yes,
It was
Frank.
April
Fools,
1st.
and yeah, but we outed it and said, "No, look, it's fake. We just made it up. It's April Fools." And people were like, "No, I saw it on the internet."
It must be true.
It must be true.
Because I made it look I made it look
looks
like
so
a magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even a year later, there was, somebody had mentioned, "Oh, yeah, they got bought out." And right, no, that was April Fools. Come
Yeah,
on,
no,
guys.
that was a joke, guys. Yeah, the internet, the internet tends to dumb things down for people a little bit. Like, I saw it; it must be true.
The lawsuit's still pending.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the John Caffrey and Beaver Brown text to come back to me with like, "Hey man, are you available to open up the rest of the tour?"
Yeah, right.
We're getting a lot of hits about the show we didn't do with you, but wanted to see if you're actually a real person and could do the rest of the tour. No, you know what?
Stuff I'm looking forward to in person.
Well, I think that's really at the heart of it. And just like I tell wedding clients now, and obviously as DJs with weddings and events, we talk about the dancing and the party and the celebration. But I learned from Howie and Brian and John and Brian and Jimmy and everyone in the JC, everybody in the chat room,
And Eric.
the chill room, Eric. I mean,
Who
everybody
doesn't have a hat?
that's come and gone out of here.
Hatless Eric.
It's going to be a time of thanks. And I've told all my clients, my goal at the end of the night is once all the formalities are done, that we just have this kick-ass party. But the reality is I just want you, the client,
Oh, Jay.
I understand. When people that may not have interacted with other people for a year or two. And for them, that's precious time. So don't view this as we have to dance for 5 hours because this is crazy. We're back in the game. View it as this is such icing on the cake. I normally go, and I've done 17 DJ Expos. And I've done them so long that in the beginning, DJ Expo used to run from 10 a.m. till noon, and then stop for 2 hours, and then start up at 2 p.m. and go till 6 p.m. So you had this 2-hour open window the first 2 years I did it, and then they said, no, we'll just go 12 to 6. Because they found people were leaving, getting wasted, gambling, and they weren't coming back. But
that sounds fun.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, really, guys?
So
now I'm here, and now we got to get rid of this. But I think I'm probably most excited about seeing people, even though I see you guys 5, 6, 7 days a week and have since February of 2020. There's that, oh, we're here. Oh, it's in person now. Oh, it's like, hey, what's up? I think it's going to be a different show in that respect. And I think it's going to be its own show that we'll refer back to next year and the year after and the year after. We'll, oh, remember in 2021? Because it won't be that. Like, I'm not as concerned about bringing the right clothes and hitting the Harris pool and, oh, I hope, Scribble's set. And I'm genuinely just happy that I get to go. Like, the fact when I get off the plane in Philadelphia, that'll be the peak. Everything else will just be joy, because it'll mean that I could fly and I went back to Philly and I'm doing something I've done repeatedly for 17 times.
Can you see what
is he doing?
I'm giving him the red flashing light. Come on, wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even see that. No, I'm just saying, I mean, there's amazing places to eat. There's clubs, there's DJs. The Wednesday night traditionally has been a Scribble thing. Scribble has played Wednesday or he's played Thursday. The last few years it's been Wednesday. If you are going to this show and you hear the word Scribble, find out where, find out when, and be there. Because 9 out of 10 times, you're going to walk away just going, what did I just see? And the
9
best
out of
part
10 is probably a pretty good.
Well, there were years with technical issue. There was one year that was just kind of, I don't know what happened, but
but
for the most part, Scribble's an amazing party rocker, and it's songs and mixes that you as a mobile DJ can take away, or as a club DJ and be like, stealing it.
We're back on the right property for Scribble too, because those were always
that was his
best
place.
sets. Yeah.
Well, it was when we had Ego Lounge.
Yes.
I don't know what's in the middle of Hard. I've been to Hard Rock.
Something's got to be there.
No, there's not.
No, it's an Asian restaurant, isn't it?
Well, there was that Noodles when it was Trump. There was Noodles, then Ego, but I heard Noodles and another restaurant kind of took it over.
They got to have a bar of some kind.
Well, they have that bar up front. That, in a perfect world, would be what they do. The restaurant, the bar club in the front.
So you can get to it easily from the Expo hall.
You could get to it easily from everything.
So you could get a cocktail and go back to demonstrating mixing boards.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, I am really looking forward to the bar takeover at Beret.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Put on by
DJNTV and graciously sponsored by Pioneer DJ, giving away the headphones.
They're going to be Bluetooth headphones, by the way. Bluetooth headphones.
Bluetooth.
5.1 Bluetooth. Listen to your tracks on the train, on your plane, wherever.
You want to have a wire?
It will also have a wire if you want to use them to actually mix with a controller or a mixer. Or if Bluetooth is not an option, you can always just plug them in. I carry, my backpack's over here. I will be on the plane with my little Lexar MP3 player so I don't kill my phone, and a pair of HCJ 1000 or 2000 or whatever headphones I grab. And that's what I use on the train. That's what I use on the plane.
What do you use in the automobile?
In the automobile.
I actually use the supplied speakers in my 1998 Dodge Stratus. So We're fine. We're fine there. Sadly, in the car, just listen to talk radio because
I have a question for the room, actually.
Hey, go ahead, Jay.
And the reason I'm going to ask this is because, and it is what it is. I haven't gotten a list of exhibitors at this year's expo, so I know for sure the Pioneer's going because Jay's going.
Yep,
and Jay is Pioneer. I know for sure Top Edge USA is going to be there because my friend Ada at Top Edge USA hooked me up with a pass to.
And I talked to Ara 2 weeks ago. I know he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. So, who else is going? Does anybody know?
Another one of our sponsors, Max.
Electric Voice.
He's going to be there. Okay.
RCF.
Max. Yeah.
Max Design.
Right, Max
be
Booth.
there.
Max.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Electro Voice is going now? As of 2 weeks ago, they weren't going.
Okay. Then I maybe I misspoke. I assumed they were going. I only know a couple vendors that are not going.
They're doing the on tour event right now. Well, I know ADJ is not going because they're not going to any shows this year.
Yeah, they're not going. Well, hopefully I'm not spilling the beans, but this isn't, really undercover information. Is I'm to understand it from other people outside of the company that I'm affiliated with. In Music is not going.
No, they're not. I can confirm that.
Okay. And it seems kind of amazing. They could have rented a 23-foot truck and driven 2 states away. But I'm just saying, if they cared about the DJ, they'd show up.
Allegedly, they don't have anything to put in the 23-foot truck.
Oh, as far as stock or any of their equipment that mobile DJs are actually using? Well,
there's got to be some supply.
Sellable inventory.
And a side note, due to a chip fire in a warehouse, the shipping costs, I can tell you firsthand, as I told Howie, and I think Brian, and I'll tell everyone, including the millions and millions of viewers watching this,
gazillions.
I wanted to just buy a radio for my Jeep. I went to Crutchfield. They gave me 68 options that they had, of which they had 2 in stock.
Wow.
So the electronics market right now, if you're looking for things, forget it. As I told Howie, if you go to Apple right now and say, I want to buy an iPad, take my money, they'll tell you the earliest we could get you is August 16th.
You know what's amazing about your story?
But I got to hook up for you tomorrow.
What's amazing about your story, Jay, is that
sir.
You're the first person I've ever talked to who's bought something from Crutchfield.
Really?
That wasn't 17
researches
years old.
Crutchfield, and they buy somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what? No,
the catalog in the old
JC
days.
Whitney.
Right. I bought from Crutchfields in the past because at the time I didn't have a 19-year-old that made me help him change a transmission out. I was alone in the world. And at the time it said, so if I just plug these 2 in, I can just put the radio in myself in my Sebring convertible in like 2 minutes. Let's do it.
Sherwood or Alpine?
I put a Kenwood deck in.
Okay.
Another manufacturer I know.
This is like 20 years ago, dude. I mean, what did I know? It had a face that flipped.
Remember, that's what I bought from him. I bought a Sherwood receiver.
Awesome.
No, the whole electronics market is really getting decimated, and anything that's being shipped,
Bill, what were you
last
gonna
year
say?
5,000, now 20,000.
Well, we're certainly going to have a good time. But there's,
it's going to be a blast.
as far as I know, that I'm aware of, the only thing going on Tuesday is going to be at Beret.
Yep.
Yes.
Starting at 8, going until whenever, and it's a beautiful place, great food and barbecue.
Everyone's invited. Just leave your attitude somewhere out in your hotel room.
Yeah, no attitude.
Because we're all just cool people who want to hang.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all just kind of love everybody, and everyone's welcome. There's no pretension here. This is not.
Nope.
Yeah. This is. There's no VIP section. Everybody's a VIP. It's
Right,
just Utopia.
everybody.
Come on over.
Well
And
said.
there are no guarantees, but I am going to say this out loud. So hold me to this. If you're there that night, you can run up to me and be like, "Hey, what happened?"
And you said,
And
don't
I'll
hold
give
me
you an
to it.
answer.
Okay.
There are people that may be at this show that I'm fortunate enough to call friends that Howie knows and Brian knows and other people in the room know. And if they are there, I've already put out are you going to Expo? Yeah, I'm seriously considering it. Okay, if you do, I need you to show up someplace Tuesday night, maybe do a quick set.
Oh.
Why? What's going on? we've got this bar, it's a club, we're taking it over. Just bring some stuff in a flash drive, we'll make it work. Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
There we go.
Nice.
So like big name people. So hopefully if they're there, they will be very gracious and accommodating, and they'll
They
hook
always
us up.
are.
Oh yeah.
They always are.
Yeah.
They always are.
So, it
All right.
could turn into, I think this will turn into the party that used to be the
Hard rock.
promo only Pioneer DJ
Oh yeah.
House of Blues party, yeah.
House of Blues
Yeah.
party. Yeah.
Minus Stevie B,
That's all
you
that
know.
indicators.
And Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
I can confirm.
Yeah.
That one time. Yeah.
I can confirm right
She
now.
won't be there.
Lady Gaga will not be there. I can also confirm that Aerosmith, Metallica, Boston,
ZZ Top?
Kansas, well, they're still on the edge. But King Crimson, it's still a maybe.
Maybe.
And sadly,
Don't
we
forget Styx.
already know that Biz Marquis won't be there either this year.
Man.
Too soon.
But we
He
do need
will
to put a
be.
little on the curb.
In
On the
spirit.
curb for him.
He will
It's
definitely be
spirit.
there in spirit.
I don't pour out. I just it's
Yeah.
He's been there before.
In
No, you
spirit, I'm
pour
pouring
in.
out.
Why waste?
Alrighty. I think we're going to end on that happy note.
Sorry.
Bill?
way to bring
He was
this show
happy,
down.
no, he was-
Brian.
Bill opens his mouth.
I was trying to answer Brian's question earlier, but RCF will be there.
Oh, good.
Oh, right on.
That was
Is Chavez going to be there?
Yes. And
J-Maz?
I haven't heard confirmation about them, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were. What I know about RCF is allegedly they are only going to be showing and selling their new 900 series,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
and they're
I think
only going to have a demo.
we're in for a lot of surprises.
Really? Okay.
I believe that much. Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right at this point.
Yeah.
But really, honestly, it's about you guys. It's about
Yeah.
seeing all
It
of you.
really is.
It's about exchanging ideas.
About being together.
Nothing beats face to face. We can do this forever. We can do it
If
every
we
night,
have-
and we've done it. But nothing
Feels
beats
like it.
FaceTime.
No, it's going to be exciting as anything just to be in person again.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And again, and let's not underplay the biggest thing about this show that I walk away with every year. A huge bar tab. No, just the knowledge that you learn.
A warrant. Yeah.
Well, hopefully not this year again.
Yeah.
Just the things that you learn talking to people in the hallways. You know, as we've always said, it's that nickel knowledge you get in the hallways. And if you do go to the show and you don't know someone, go up and ask them a question. Be like, you see a badge, go up, be like, hey, I'm John, I'm a DJ and so. Hey, what do you do for intros? What do you do for first dance? This is where we get to be superstars, all of us. It's not about vendors. It's not about us. We're there to support the show, make it happen, and spend the big money because you're there and we want to be able to give you the information and the knowledge. That's why we're there. We're not there to show off. We're there to answer questions. So make sure you go to a booth and ask a question. Make friends with a vendor. It goes a very long way. Somebody like, Canal Sound. Jeffrey Kwan is an amazing guy. He's hooked people up. There's so many companies that are going to be there that you have access to that it means more FaceTime with these companies and with us as vendors than it does on, I sent you an email. Yeah. So did everyone else. Versus, hey man, you got a second? Can I buy you a drink or can I talk to you or whatever? Just be present, be in the moment. That's all I say. Just like a wedding, I tell every couple, be present and be in the moment.
We all move forward when we all work together.
Yes.
That is so true.
Well, way to top me there, Eric. Thanks.
I'm just
So good with
summarizing.
the present moment thing.
Thank you for the summary.
Yeah, I thought I had that. I
Close
was
enough.
like,
We're going to put a fork in it, guys, and we'll see you next week. And last time before Expo, thank you all for your participation and good night all.